Oh, look at him go! Look at him go!
Women love my fingers, TBH. Like I can do one more.
Just so you know, I finish faster than anyone else.
Oh, that was good, man.
Hey guys, my name is Seth, and this is the OpTic topic. Back in with Jordan and Ben. What's up, guys?
Yo.
What's up? Feels like ages.
Yes, it's been quite a while. We want to wish everyone a happy holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is. And
Hope you had a good Christmas, got all the good presents.
If you were a good kid and Santa brought you them. If, you know. But, it's also New Year's around that time, and 2017 is ending and 2018 is starting. So with that, we're coming with a holiday special OpTic topic edition podcast. We're going to be looking at the year in review of 2017 and what we're kind of hoping for in 2018. So it's not going to be too much about what's happening with the team, especially with the holiday season. There wasn't as much coming up. So we're gonna be talking about it a little bit, talking about our favorite parts, big notable parts, and everything like that. So we went ahead and picked some of our favorite and least favorite parts that happened with each team and with content and whatnot, and also have some questions, like a wish list for them that they don't know yet. That I'm gonna ask them about 2018 for.
Oh God.
So I think it'll be fun just to listen to it, see what the fans' favorite parts are for each team. In the comments down below, you can list your favorite parts of each one.
Yeah,
let
us know.
Or on the Reddit, this will probably be posted to the Reddit too, or tweet at us. You know, just tell us what you think. The point of this podcast is also try to getting the fan base together, and it's really interesting to see everyone's favorite parts. But with that,
Speaking about Twitter, actually, I've changed my at, so you'll need to change that.
Okay,
next
we'll change
episode.
Some other time.
All right. We still have the F Ben thing going, but
Fuck you.
Anyway,
so first, we're gonna go with what is known for COD, and this is probably gonna be standard for everyone. So I'm gonna start with you, Jordan.
so we're just gonna say our best and worst moments of the year.
Let's all go with our favorites, and then we'll go back around and talk
All
about
right.
our least favorites.
So as we know, we've all had our highs and lows. So I think, to me, I actually have kind of two moments that are my favorite. I couldn't really pick, so I kind of had to say them both. So the first one was winning COD Champs, obviously, something that we've been looking for so long and just being painfully out of reach. But my second one was actually witnessing live the Game 5 win at MLG Dallas last year. After I think E United reset the bracket and reverse swept us, and then we played another one and went to Game 5, won the S&D 6-0. So being there live with the crowd was insane.
Oh, you were there at the event?
Yeah, I was there. So
I knew
those
that'd
were
be
my
one,
two best moments. Yeah, so
Yeah.
those are mine.
Ben, what's your favorite moment of the COD?
Obviously, I've not been to an event this year. Going to one next year.
Ooh.
CDBL Birmingham, so hopefully OpTic go. But obviously winning champs was amazing to see. Saw them last year and I think the year before lose it. But yeah, it should be good this year. And of course, my least. Are we doing least favorite now?
We're going to go
No,
around
we'll come back to
first.
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So my
Right.
favorite part, like everyone else, is going to be losing in the first event.
No, wait, your favorite? LOL.
No, but obviously it's going to be champs. Kind of the story behind it really makes not just winning finally,
Yeah.
but like the story behind it. First of all, the event before we won, we came back from 2 best of 5s to beat Envy, and then we come to champs again. We finally make it past 7th place, and then we go into lower bracket, and Envy looked on fire, and the way we did it, and honestly, Courage as a caster sometimes he has ups and downs with me, and for some reason it just really hit me. The curse has been broken. The dynasty has been
that was
cemented.
sick.
And the way he definitely planned that. Like they planned that stuff.
Yeah.
But then the way it cut to formal and he just stands up, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
because I personally don't believe that like one event proves you not being a dynasty. But
Yeah.
especially in the game where it wasn't as clear how good they were to win like that, that was my favorite part for sure.
Yeah.
But least favorite, Jordan, let's go back around with you.
Okay, so my least favorite also almost turned into my best favorite, but wasn't. Was being down 5-2 to Panda at
Ooh.
Atlanta, I think it was, because like we had just lost the first event, and we came to this event, and it was for like top 16 or something. I don't even remember what it was, and I was like, if we lose this, we're down 5-2. I'm like, is this team like screwed for the rest of the year? I'm like, are we gonna have to make a roster change after this long of dominating? And I was like, what? And so being 5-2 down, I was like, wow, it's over. Like we are actually not gonna be good this year. And then as we all know, we made a comeback, came second that event. So fortunately, didn't quite pan out how I envisioned it originally. But yeah, that was my worst moment as a COD fan of this year.
Okay, Ben, what about yours?
Mine would have to be, it's kind of overall like last year's season, like just losing so many events. It felt like
Yeah.
you know, last year I couldn't tell you how many events we won, but like it just felt like we were constantly going into events favorites and just like bombing out, and it was kind of like Jordan just said, it felt like they were gonna have to make a roster change, and I wasn't looking forward to it. So just losing events basically.
This team isn't making a roster change in a while.
Yeah,
My
that was
least
my worry.
my least favorite part for the COD team is probably
Jordan's back.
did we just lose
Yeah,
Jordan?
we just lost Jordan. The webcams are probably messed up. Hello, Jordan.
Jordan, can you still hear us?
No, we can't. You might want to wait.
Yeah, let's give it a second.
Because the webcams are all going to be messed up.
Yeah, well, the blank spot is still there, so it looks like he's trying to join back. So yours is fine right now.
Weird.
I'm checking Twitter.
Hello.
He's
Jordan, you
back.
there?
I'm back.
All right.
Right, sweet.
All right.
As I was saying, my least favorite part is probably Advanced Warfare. Them playing the game, and in the beginning, how upset they were with the game.
That was so funny. Not gonna lie.
Like watching Vision, seeing how upset they were, and then also like because I bought the game mainly for the COD 4, and having to spectate that team, and I still feel like people are going to like doubt them. Like, yeah, you won, but you won in the game that like no one liked, no one was great at. And there's a jetpack game and whatnot. And then also me personally spectating it. I didn't follow as much COD. Like I still followed other events, but in between stuff, so it wasn't the same. I wish they were able to have won it this year in like another game, like another title. But obviously, I want them to win in every game. But Advanced Warfare in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
But
all right,
the Halo.
Onto the Halos.
So I'm going to start this round.
Wait, before we start, I think we should start with our least favorite now, because I feel like we're ending on like a sad note. I feel like we should end on the happy note as we go along. So let's start with the least, like the worst moment.
Oh,
wait, should we not just go for every team worst moment, then the best moment?
No, we want to keep on the same thing. So Halo, my least favorite part is winning. So it's probably kind of weird, but do you guys remember like Worlds and that picture of like the balloons sitting there and like it wasn't a big thing?
Oh yeah.
And when we're winning every event, like I'm not saying that we're the reason that it's not as big. Like, oh, this team's winning, it's not even going to be close, but like just winning every event kind of lowers the one to watch it. You know what I mean? Like when you have a team, remember like Black Ops 2 COD team, like, oh, I want to watch every single team. The CS teams, like they're not the best, so I gotta watch it. The Overwatch League team now, like how are they gonna be? You don't know, but just kind of stale. Even when you are watching it, even if a game's close, you feel like you're gonna win. And obviously, I want them to win, but I don't know. It's just so weird that how dominant they are. Yeah. But yeah.
All right, so my worst favorite was losing UMG Daytona to Envy, because we lost. We were in the winners bracket final. We were in the grand final. Sorry. We were in the grand final, and we lost 2 series 4-3. We lost 4-3, 4-3, both being able to win. And we lost in the final map 50-46 in a Truth Slayer. I was like so bummed, and they got so hyped. Even their coach was like so hyped, and I was like, we just choked. I was like 4-3, 4-3. That's like the worst
3,
way
4,
to
3?
lose. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Okay. But yeah, so that was like crushing. But so that was my least favorite moment of the year.
Yeah. I remember saying that, and I'm like I at that point, like, it was still like part of the winning thing. Like, how do we lose 2? You know what I mean? Losing 1, maybe a fluke. But yeah. Ben, what about yours? If you have one.
Yeah, it was losing the NV double bracket thing where they came back 2 best of 5s or best of 7s, I think it was.
So
that was just hard to watch.
The same event. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
All right. My favorite part is might sound familiar, but winning. Like when I'm watching it, you know what I mean, especially like during the CS drought where we didn't have a full team. You know what I mean, having a team. I mean, the COD team wasn't always winning, but having a team that could win. You know what I mean, brought like a little hope before we like doubled our team rosters, and like, so having a team there that could be like, OpTic's winning, it was still good. There was still something to talk about, some hype around it. So yeah, so it's the same exact thing as my least favorite moment.
Mine was winning champs. And the reason that this one is easily, like, by far the reason that it's my favorite is because it was actually the first championship, like, world champs that we had won in any game. We had never won the COD one. And, I mean, we won in other esports that had them. Gears doesn't have it. Gears doesn't have it. CS, I mean, doesn't have it. So playing and winning that, it was like, wow, we are world champions in something. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So that was easily by far my favorite moment.
Mine's the exact same. Winning champs after having a Halo team that, you know, was constantly struggling, constantly like not winning and just qualifying for it, and then
just barely getting in.
Yeah, and then like having a team that's just dominant in it was.
Yeah.
Although remember them just making it in the hype around, oh yeah, we qualified. That was a little bit more fun than yeah, we qualified.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
it
true.
was more hype, but like I feel winning the whole thing.
Oh yeah, winning is definitely better, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish it was a little bit more exciting, but I mean, obviously it's a double-edged sword. I'd rather win. You know what I mean? So which team do you want? The one that doesn't lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so CS team. Ben, your time. Are we still gonna start with the worst, or do you want to?
Yeah, well, keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, start with the worst. I think the worst. I can't read. The whole roster change, the constant, like, you know, not having an in-game leader.
CS kind of had a sucky year.
Yeah, like it was so. It put me on edge all year. Like, you know, Bixwell was leaving, then he's staying. Then Tarek and Rush just left, and we were left with no roster. And like, it was such an insane year from where we come from. Stan leaving to like having Jason Harris standing. Who, by the way, is amazing at streaming. But you know, like, I love his streams, but you know, he's not a great player. He was all right. CS Summit was
had his moments.
Hazed in that green shirt was amazing, but I just think the unstable roster was like the worst part of the year.
Right, Seth?
My least favorite part was the same thing. Coming off of the success from 2016 into 2017, and then with the whole Stan leaving after the major, and that's part of it into I think it was like 7-month drought of not having a 5th player. It was then like the entire team collapsing, and like I said, with like the other teams not doing well, this was a really hype team compared to like Halo, where like they're always winning, but everyone loved the CS team, and it was just like really fun. And then seeing all the things with us thinking that Mixwell's leaving, and all like the montages people made to saying goodbye to Mixwell, and then going through that emotional roller coaster every single time for 7 months, and then watching like us in each league struggling against teams that we should be winning. It was just hard.
It was a hard year in general, and mine's pretty much the same. I said when Stan left. I mean, the year that was ahead of us that we did not realize after Stan left was just. And like what even made it worse was when Mixwell replied to him was like, "You shouldn't have left." And he's like, "Don't rub it in," and I'm like, "Oh,
Don't kick me while I'm down." I think was a direct quote, but
yeah, exactly." So I'm like,
Nothing Mixwell the duo. Like,
such a tough situation. It's just been a sucky year. If CS was the only team in OpTic, it would have been the worst year like of esports ever.
but then again, the best year because look how good the news was. Like constantly on edge. It's better. What would you
the
rather
drama,
have?
the drama.
Yeah.
about it.
What would you rather have? A team like Halo where they're always gonna win, or a team like CS where like you have to constantly watch.
If we had SK as our team, I think I would be perfectly happy. I think I'd be.
Even
I
SK
think
though.
I'd way rather the team that wins.
Well, yeah. Well, in CS,
the
in
reason in CS that I'd prefer it is because like either way, CS is still gonna be hype. I mean, Halo is just kind of a dying esport. So like
there's one team that's dominant
in it, exactly. Even if you had one team that dominated in CS, CS would still be a massive esport, one of the biggest esports.
Yeah, so. I guess like because CS you can lose to anyone, but you can also win against anyone.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean, like a top team. So
yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
The CS like SK or Shals or FaZe, whoever you pick, that best team isn't always like the best team. Whereas in like Halo or Gears, we have the best team.
And then the dominant.
Not
going to
change.
Years.
Not going to change. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And then the best part for me, now that we talked about it, might actually change because you brought up the good part. Sticking with like all the news, you know what I mean? Like having all that news constantly, sticking with it. It kind of brought me closer to OpTic, I guess. Like OpTic, I have to figure out what's going on. I also said like that brief moment of time before Stan left, where everyone had them in their like top 3 best teams in the world and everything.
Yeah, when we came second, that was this year, right?
That was this time last year that we were like the top. Jesus Christ, what things changed.
That is depressing.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite, Ben?
I think I skipped Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so good. My favorite is definitely meeting them at ESL Pro League Finals. I can't wait for it to come out. I'll be talking about it on here.
That's insane. Yeah, it's such a good moment.
Just such like an insane experience and one that I'll definitely never forget. And it made for such an amazing birthday and such an amazing weekend. So
that is dumb, 100%. So mine is actually a bit different. My favorite moment in OpTic was the moment where in CS, obviously. In OpTic CS was actually the final games with Nath. And the reason that I loved those games so much was one, we already knew that like what was going down, but like the respect between all the players as well as the performance and just the moment of peace kind of in OpTic, like we knew that stuff was going to go down and that it was still going to be a wild ride outside of it, but everything was just like, it was like all the drama just paused for a while we like had our final time with Nath.
Can I just say as well,
and enjoyed it.
With Nath, like it just goes to show how good of a player he was. Like even though he's not going to be in that roster, he put in 110% and showed what he had in those final games.
Yeah. Nath did say that he would move to NA if he had, EU now, if he had the opportunity.
Really?
He did say that in an interview.
I'd like to see him come back, but can I just say another thing, as well as like obviously the thing, but picking up that EU team was insane because like we constantly said like why not an EU team, and now we've got one and people are still complaining, but I think it's amazing. Like
they're just complaining because everyone thought if we got an EU team it would be fantastic, but I mean just because you have an EU team doesn't mean it's gonna
Here we go, boys.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Okay, Gears. Okay, so I think it's coming back to Jordan now. What's your least favorite part?
So my least favorite part was when Icy got banned. I was like, oh no. I was like, what? I'm like, we're such a dominant team and we're losing such a key player, I was like, I was worried. I honestly was. And I was like, this is not good. He's banned for a while and we have an event in between here and then. And I'm like, I was worried. And I also wasn't happy that like how it went down. It was pretty violent and I just wasn't a fan of the whole situation. So that was definitely the low for Gears this year for me.
Yeah, Ben, what about you?
I'm not gonna lie. I just think losing the one event in Mexico, I think it was. I think we only lost one.
I
But
almost
like,
picked Ben.
yeah, and
Kind
I
of
just think,
sucks.
yeah, it did. Even though it quite like the icy moment because it showed we could still have this random player no one's ever heard of and just crush in the Xbox tournament that we played in Mixer.
Mhm.
That was an insane tournament, and it just goes to show how dominant this team is.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was when we dropped Lava. I don't know, Lava was my favorite, and I know there's a
Oh,
bunch of
really? I was actually super happy with that.
yeah. Other people were, but I don't know why. I just kind of like Lava, and leading into that, I'm like, I really like winning. Hopefully, like like another team doesn't take advantage of this and start winning a bunch. So I was kind of
And they
scared with that.
didn't.
Yeah. What about
Good
your
point,
favorite?
man.
Your favorite now, Jordan?
All right, my favorite. Okay, my favorite was winning the Gears event with a sub. That had like barely been known, and we managed to go to an event and win it. Like we it was like one of the most impressive showings. And then going on with that, we then proceeded to have Icy back, win Dallas after all the trash talking between Echo Fox, Ghost, and OpTic, even the personal attacks and everything. So I was just really like this last couple months just kind of summed up the year for us, and I think it was a really good ending.
Ben, what about you?
Um, sorry, I definitely think that it was just winning every single event, like pretty much except that one event. Just because like it's so nice to have a team that can just like solidly play, and then like all this trash talk comes in from the other teams, and then in game they just get shut down by OpTic. So that's what I like.
My favorite part is part of Jordan's least favorite part, which is when that fight with Icy, and then when like he got
That was
banned.
your favorite? Dude, you're
Well,
crazy,
well, well,
man.
well, when he got banned, that was my favorite part. Which was part of your favorite part is because the success we saw without him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because that put away the fear from my least favorite part when we lost Lava.
Mm-hmm.
It went to my favorite part, showing that we were still able to do it. And I was going to bring up the same part, which is part of it, is not too long ago when we won that event with a sub that we didn't even like really have time with.
Yeah.
So that was that. Now we're getting into the teams that are somewhat newer, so there might not be as much here. But let's start with Dota in the first order. So I think it's Ben's turn to start first.
Back to Ben.
Dota, picking up the team, it was so unexpected. And wait, we start with the least.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
we're
don't like the
starting with
Dota
the
team?
worst. So you hate the Dota team.
Oh, okay. Got
No,
this bunch of dislikes.
no, no. The struggle. Cut that out. Right, edit out.
No,
Here
I'm
comes
not.
to Ben.
I'm not.
No,
We're leaving that in.
fuck. No, the struggle. The only reason because like I think we picked up this team and then they've constantly just like played in so many qualifiers and on and on and on. I don't know how Dota works as well, so that's probably another. I don't know. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I my least favorite part is I'm not sure if I like really have one. Just because they're newer. I think I really like everything that I've seen so far. I don't want to like my least favorite part is like technically like not having the best team, but like that
Yeah.
you can't have that. I also don't want them to go and buy the least favorite team. My favorite part is kind of going in with that, so I'm going to wait till the favorites come around to get into a little bit more. So Jordan, what about your least favorite?
So my least favorite was losing that event. What was it? 3-2 in the finals. I don't remember what the event was called, but kind of sucked because like we were in the finals and like it was kind of like it wasn't the biggest event, but I mean like it existed, and so losing in the finals kind of sucked. But it is what it is. But that was definitely my least favorite because it's really the only bad memory I have of Dota.
Ben, we're talking about the best, your favorite part, your
Calm down.
favorite
Right.
part.
Picking up the team was my favorite part because it's so unexpected, and like I got a text from Seth. I was in the cinema. I remember this, and it was like, "Hey, don't look at Twitter." So I didn't. I almost did, but I didn't. And I got home and I was so shocked. I didn't know what to think.
Yeah. So my favorite part is pretty much the same thing. I said the reveal of how it happened. So So like when we picked up the team, everyone was hype about it because like it came out of nowhere. The reveal was awesome. Everyone was freaking out. I texted them immediately. I'm like, guys, stay offline. Watch Vision if you can record it. And so I feel like the reveal was great, and that's kind of like my least favorite part too, is because it set an expectation for what would happen later, which we didn't know yet. It set an expectation for everyone to find out like that, and with like the bigger sports, it's kind of not able to happen like that. So that's why it was kind of connected.
It wasn't reported anywhere, which was amazing as well. Like, you know, it was secretive.
I absolutely know it, which I loved. So yeah, that was my favorite as well. Is picking up the team. I just loved it. It was kept like completely secret, and it just hit us. And I was like, during Visions, I literally got chills. I was like, what? I was like, that's insane. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
And then Overwatch. I believe it's my turn. Least favorite part is people's reaction to the esports reporter leaking the information and making the OpTic fan base look ridiculous. I understand people's want to be to have it revealed in Vision, but as esports are getting bigger, you gotta realize that it's going to be like big traditional sports. As far as media goes, and esports media is growing too, things aren't secret. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with one of the NFL teams? I think like the Panthers, like their the owner has like an allegation against him, and so like some people had put in bids to buy the team or something like that. That's already been reported on, and so it's like that came out immediately. It's not going to be a surprise, and so that's where esports is heading. And so I just saw a lot of people like being like these OpTic fans, so I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Jerome, what about you?
So my least favorite moment, I don't have that many bad moments because I haven't tracked it that much. I want to, I just haven't tracked it that much. But the worst moment for me was when Mendo wasn't able to play. Like, I really like him. He's one of my favorite
players. Isn't he cool? I just like, he's so like his, I don't know, his persona is awesome.
Yeah.
Why was he not allowed to play? Was it visa?
Yeah, he had to like leave the country and come back.
That's also mine. I said because like, not only because I don't remember which guy he is, but like I just think it's no, sorry, right? I don't understand like base to names, so like I just put visa issues. Yeah. It's like so
I was kind of bummed out. I really wanted to see him play, but you know, it is what it is.
And like I just said, mine's the same. It's sad we couldn't have a full roster for the first game or first few games, but you know, hopefully he can play the first few games of the actual season, so should be good to see.
Yeah. So my favorite part is getting the team, because like I follow it, so getting the team and like knowing about the Overwatch League, because it's something that promised for a while, and at this point, this also confirmed the report we had about the League of Legends team. Not actually confirmed, but the leak that came out that we were applying for a League of Legends and Overwatch team. I was kind of sure that the League of Legends franchising system would probably select OpTic. So I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, we just got Dota. Now we're getting Overwatch, and we're getting League of Legends. Whoa, what the hell? So that was my favorite part, expanding.
Expansion.
Yeah. And then what's next? I'm going to go to following that, League of Legends. Who are we starting with this time? Is it my turn now?
Did we not do the good bits?
Sorry, it's me.
Good bits for Overwatch League?
We didn't do the good bits for the Overwatch League though.
You just skipped us, Seth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about it.
Seth.
Never mind, Jordan. See, I'm editing. I can cut that out.
Okay, so no, don't edit that out.
I won't.
So my favorite Overwatch moment was putting up a solid fight against the top teams. I thought that was really dope to see. Like when I saw the roster, I don't know that much about Overwatch, but I did know to the point that I actually thought that we had more potential than a lot of people were giving us, with Muma and stuff like that. And I was so like to see us putting up a fight against them, even though it was preseason and both teams were either missing a player or like not putting like full force, loads of subs, everything. It was still good to see us able to put up a fight and like prove a lot of haters wrong. So I was really happy to see that.
Yeah, Ben, what about you?
Picking up the team, get the spot, because it just like kind of launched us into another direction with OpTic, and it showed like, it put us into like the lead position in esports. Like we're one of the big tier teams now.
One of probably
biggest, if
we
not
won
one of the
esports team of the year, and honestly, I couldn't see any other team that deserves it.
That was the esports industry awards.
Yeah. Okay.
The
other one, I don't know. Didn't Cloud9 win that? I was like, how?
I thought Liquid won it because of the Dota team.
Liquid. I don't remember who. Oh yeah, was it Liquid? I was just like, how did that happen?
Liquid are definitely our biggest contenders, I'd say, because they had like got insane teams, in different leagues. So I don't know which leagues they got teams in, but yeah, they got insane teams in some leagues. So
yeah. Something that Jordan said reminded me of something else that probably is probably my favorite. He was talking about watching how they put up a fight. Probably my favorite part is watching the USA in the Overwatch World Cup. Now that I think about it, because it had 3 of the players, and that was more of the promise showing, because that built hype for that. Because we had half the team was Outlaws, so that built hype for it. So now that I think about it, that might be another one of my favorites. But
yeah, that's understandable. It's a good one.
Now I think we went through both of them.
All right.
Now I think we go to League of Legends.
On to League of Legends. Jordan. So my least favorite is kind of brutal. So I was kind of bummed when we got Elimination, and not because I don't like Elimination. He seems really cool, and he seems like a nice guy.
Lemon Chicken.
But we haven't. There's not many worse moments I can say, because we haven't had the team very long. But he's the one that worries me the most. He's the pickup that worries me the most. So that's kind of like the worst moment for me. With being a support and his performances recently, I am super worried about him. But if he can pull it together, I still think he could do a great job. But that is definitely what worried me the most.
My worst part, sorry, I don't know whose turn it is.
Yeah, it's yours.
It is yours.
All right. Yeah, my worst part was I can't think of any, but if I had to say one, ooh.
If you don't have one, you don't have one. We just got him. It's new.
Yeah. I can't think of any. I mean,
not
just because
quick enough.
I think because I think because everyone is doubting us. I think everyone not giving us a chance. Almost that's the worst part, because we've not even played yet, and they're already saying our team's like gonna be terrible. And I think like every team should have at least a few games to play.
Yeah, I think we have hope. I just think it's gonna be a rough
Hey, we could be TK and COD. Come out of nowhere.
You never know, yeah.
Yeah, my least favorite part is like I didn't really have one because it's a new, but like if I had to pick one, I guess I could say this is how I word it. I guess not getting the best team because of hype.
Yeah.
Just because like obviously we touched about this before. We want like the best team, but
especially playing 100 Thieves first.
I know, and like with all the hype around it, if we go in there and place last in NA, like that's going to be terrible. Now, do I think we're gonna place last? Maybe not, but with all the hype of us expanding, like doubling the amount of teams we have to this, I kind of wish like we could just like lower the score on everyone else and like bump up League of Legends being the best. That'd be really cool, but that's not possible. It's not how it works.
That is quite the statement.
Yeah. But favorite part, sure it's gonna be the same around.
I don't know. It probably won't be, because though my favorite part is getting the team in the announcement, my favorite thing is that we got Power of Evil. And the reason that I love that is because he, in my opinion, is a super solid mid laner who's not Korean or Asian. Even Faker, as we were saying, he last episode when he was on Misfits, he actually won lane against the best mid lane in the world. So I was super excited. I think he's going to be an awesome addition. I'm excited for him. I watched him during the All Stars event. I was going to touch on it last episode, but I didn't. The All Stars event was a lot of fun to watch. He played 1v1s and he was in the team. He played well. Unfortunately, they didn't go that far, but it was still fun to see him play.
Fun?
My best moment would probably be getting Remain, because I
Oh,
think he's
yeah.
such a character and he brings a lot to the team. Not only to the team but to the organization. I think his mind can like just inspire some insane ideas for the future of the org.
Yeah.
So definitely getting Remain, because I think he's a team in himself. You know what I mean? Like we've now got 9 teams.
Yeah. 9? Is 9
Remain.
wait, 9
Remain is his
teams?
own team.
Remains is a team of his own.
Roman.
Right on my head. Alright,
Roman.
but my favorite part would have to be probably getting the team. I was going to say like the reveal, but I feel like getting the team, what that symbolizes is like really important. Like we could double in teams and get like a Smash player, a PUBG team, an H1Z1 team, and a Rocket League team. You know, some bigger ones, some lower ones, but none of like top tier ones.
Mm-hmm.
But expanding and getting League of Legends, especially like Dota and League of Legends and whatnot, definitely like represents like us growing. You know, the whole Infinite Esports thing that definitely like symbolizes something else now. So I think like what that represents is definitely the best part. But that we went through both times now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both good and bad. Okay. PUBG. Okay.
Go on, your turn first.
My least favorite part kind of touches on what I said. Getting the team. It's not that like I don't want a PUBG team. It's just that like we're expanding so much, and so when we first got like the Halo team, we were able to learn and grow with them. The CS team, same thing. Then the Gears. Dota, we had a little bit of time, right? And then we got a bunch of other teams. Then we got PUBG team, and you're like, I kind of gave me the feeling of like it's a little bit too quick. And PUBG, I know people are like, oh well,
It's questionable.
you haven't given it a chance yet. But one, I don't like games that you know that are RNG. Like you ever hear of chess boxing? It's literally one round of chess and one round of boxing. You could be about to get someone a checkmate, but then the fact that you like knock them out, that's ridiculous. No, that's a disgrace.
Boxing.
And the fact
no,
not League of Legends. But the fact that you can have like a circle mess you up. I mean, I know it's kind of like poker playing around it, so I get it in that sense. But it's also with like 80 other players, and so that's just way too different. And then they don't reward the kills enough because then it'll be broken if you did, but then you can't. But then just placing and just hiding. I'm not sure how it is as an esport. I'd rather have it as like a fun thing that you did like maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and you get the streamers together. You get like that stuff, like the first event they did,
agree.
and then maybe you have Karma. You have like some other names. Maybe like I don't know. People complain about Embo's not doing stuff, or like Nick. But like Nick was really into H1Z1. If he was the same thing with PUBG, he gets a couple members from OpTic and send him in. That would be different, and that's like an event kind of like how wrestling isn't like WWE isn't a real sport. But
What are you on about now? What?
But
All right.
PUBG to WWE.
Okay, everyone stop. Let's
Right,
continue.
calm down.
But yeah.
Okay.
I think you know where I'm heading.
Good point.
It's just
Okay.
not like that.
All right.
It made sense.
Is it Ben?
I think it's you.
Is it me? Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
So mine was kind of similar, as well as them just playing poorly. Like they haven't played so great, and like with the inconsistency of this game, it's like you could see them get first one day and then like 20th the next day. Like there's just no consistency to the sport, and I really just think it was not a good pickup. Like I don't see that much future as a spectator sport in PUBG. I think it's been pretty short-lived, and I mean, I actually know someone who just got signed to E United on PUBG. I used to play with him, and I used to compete with him in a different video game. But like it's kind of wild to see, but I still just don't see that much of a future in the esport. But who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I just don't see it right now.
Ben, what about you? Least favorite.
Least favorite. Least favorite would probably have to be Ashik leaving already, because like you know,
Oh,
there's
UK.
so. No, is it UK? I thought Hypoc was UK.
Oh no,
I
you're
have no
right.
idea.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, like I just think already leaving a team after like you know 2 months or whatever. It just shows like how I guess it shows
Yeah, it's just
instability.
unstable.
And we're already down to 3 players, and it's kind of like I mean, yeah, I just worry.
My favorite part is I probably have two. One, we had a stand-in. I believe his name was like Need Small Loans in one game that I was watching.
Oh, he was insane. Yeah.
And he had this one crazy play, and then everyone was talking about. Then OpTic won that game. He like jumped through a window and whatnot. So that was cool.
Oh yeah.
And the other one is I was in Baja Waka's chat for a while, like, and like he was like he answered like everyone's like messages, and I pretty much had like conversations with him, and so it's pretty cool connecting with like a OpTic member like that. So I thought it was cool. Jordan, what about you?
So let me check. My favorite was like qualifying for that event thing. I mean, it wasn't that cool, but it was the coolest moment of the year for me, I guess. We did something successfully. So I was happy with that. We were able to make it. So yeah, that's about it for me.
Ben?
Picking up the team, like others, like I've said, just picking up a team was so unexpected. No rumors or anything. Sadly, we couldn't get it just in time for the Oakland event, or else we'd have been there, according to 17 or Hypoc. I can't remember who. And also,
that wasn't the reason, though, was it? I thought they just didn't
yeah,
qualify.
No, because there was some drama apparently that the big Oaks basically got picked because you'd rather have a big Oak at your event than just a random pickup team.
Okay.
So we just didn't like get picked up in time, and but yeah, like get this PUBG team. You know, straight away the game got launched. It's not even launched; it's just launched yesterday. We've already got a team in it, which just shows how big OpTic is nowadays. So
yeah,
pick up the team, I would say.
Okay. Was that all 8 of them?
Yeah,
I
but
think
now
so.
onto content.
But now, yeah. So we have
best moment of the year.
Yeah. So I forget whose turn. It doesn't really matter. Jordan, let's start with you.
All right. So my least favorite moment in the content world of OpTic was when Maniac, the whole situation, the whole time where Maniac was like, I want to pursue music, and then everyone was kind of like in OpTic, like the content was trash, like not trash, was mediocre at best, and I didn't really like the idea of like Maniac just being in the org to make music, which seemed very questionable to me. I thought Hector was being more than nice, and yet there was still people in the organization who seemed to be complaining about his decisions to be with Maniac, and I thought he was being more than generous, yet they were still arguing with him. So like that whole period just kind of frustrated me in OpTic content, to be honest. But that's what I picked as my least favorite moment.
Definitely, dude. What about you, Ben? What's your least favorite?
I was gonna say Big T living house, but he's rejoined with everyone. But I'd actually, yeah, because he left the house. He
left. I thought you said living in the house, and I was like, what?
No. But to be honest, like, it was kind of my least favorite because after he left the house, it seems like everything towards the end of that house, just there was no one uploading content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they are getting better now. Like, you know, it's amazing to see like everyone uploading content and stuff and regular things to watch. But like, you know, it's just the amount of dying like content we've not seen. You know what I mean? I'd rather have some shitty content than no content at all. It's kind of been sad to see, but you know they're gonna pick the shit up for in Dallas. It should be all good.
Yeah. My least favorite part. So there are a bunch of things in either one. So I'm not sure if this is my absolute least favorite. Like for example, I definitely thought of the whole thing with Nick. The one that I had is the brief span proof he had. I kind of like it was cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool on there, but then he came, didn't really do much at all, and then he left. And it was kind of like
we're gonna make an
occupation. I really liked him for a while, but lately, like, he's kind of been acting. I know I'm gonna. So many people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I feel like he's being kind of like childish on
with
social media and all that.
Like that Twitter thing with Courage.
And I was like, he was like, I don't want your fake love because it's fake anyway. And I'm like, having a different opinion doesn't mean someone doesn't love you or like care for you. Yeah. Like, what? I can be friends with like Seth. Let's say Seth, for example. We could have completely differing opinions, but that doesn't mean I hate him all of a sudden. You know, like it doesn't make our like friendship fake. You know, it's not like
Mhm.
deep down I don't actually care about you in any way, shape, or form.
Did you see the tweet about GBs and pros not having to play, and then it was like, no
Yeah.
other esport has this. When
That's
if
what
you
we
look
were
at
talking
this,
about. Yeah.
yeah, well, if you look at the CS major, like, don't teams have to qualify through an open thing before they actually get, like us? We had to go through open brackets. Oh no, we would have because we got invited, but like, I can't remember the teams. Like, but teams do have to play like
Even then,
random
it's
mixes.
so much harder for Call of Duty because you're changing the game every single year.
Mhm.
It's different
Yeah.
if you had World War II
I guess,
always,
yeah.
because then you don't have to reset the seeding and everything doesn't have to restart.
Yeah.
It's a game every single year.
You guys, you there?
Hello.
Yo,
Hello?
yeah, that was weird.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying, the thing is, you have a different game every single year in Call of Duty, which makes the seeding have to reset because there's going to be better teams on different games, and it just
Yeah.
is how it is. It's not like we're playing CS 24/7 and you know who your top teams are. Like,
I guess, yeah.
so at the beginning of the year, yeah, doing these GBs are important. Late in the year, though, in IW, no one was playing GBs.
Yeah.
Because you've already got your pro points because you've earned that spot. It just is how it is. You just have to accept it, unless you
Yeah.
want to play the same Call of Duty for the rest of your life. You know.
Yeah. Was that Ben? Did you talk about yours yet?
No. Mine was. Oh wait, no, I did. Yeah. Was that the best or worst?
That was worst.
All right. Yeah, I talked about it. It
Okay,
was
so my
about the
turn.
content.
So my favorite content moment. So I couldn't really think of something from the people in the content, but my favorite content that was produced was the 7 Vision, the Call of Duty Champs Vision that was released. It just like summed up all the emotions that I had during that event and just like gave me chills watching it. The ending, like when they're all just together and like winning, it was just the greatest feeling in the world. And like I've gone and rewatched that 3 or 4 times, like, and I could rewatch it a million times and never get sick of it. It's just such a great moment. It's like the vision that I always imagined us having, and like after losing so much, like last year, I'd always envisioned what it would be like to have like the vision of us winning, and then we lost, and I was like, oh, and it was so painful. Crossroads was like the hardest episode, and then brought back to 7, which was one of the best episodes. So that was my favorite content moment.
Crossroads was definitely one of the best, but 2016.
Oh,
Anyway,
that was
Ben.
amazing. My best moment from the house was probably losing the brisk, smooth competition like thing, because fuck smooth comp. Seriously, like that was shit. Like, I'm sorry, but
I kind of liked it.
The first couple were good, but then they ran out of ideas.
Some were good, but whoever came up, like, all right, I've got to admit, it did sound like a good idea. The helicopter race around the house, but that was the most boring shit I've ever seen. Like, I'm not.
I just liked it when it was like Scump and Crim.
Yeah.
I like the cut
Or
team.
the
They had good
Flappy Bird
personalities.
competition. The like
that was so bad. Like Flappy Birds, like just don't put one out. Like,
they had to like that.
I'd rather them race on boosted boards than like go down and.
That
like,
would have been
play
a sick one, dude.
Exactly, yeah.
But the one
That's
where
what-
they on like the mini go karts, like playing like lacrosse or whatever.
Oh yeah, with Mixwell, and he was like, "What am I doing?"
And
Yeah,
then they had like 3 of them filmed back to back in like weird angles. It was weird.
Yeah, but yeah, like
Yeah.
Smooth Comp was just like overall, I'd say it's awful. There was some good ones. I'm not gonna lie. Like the football one, the blow up football was amazing.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
If
That was a
only
really
that-
good one.
Yeah, if only they had better camera angles, like and like,
And for
thought
all you
about it and
Americans,
stuff.
he means soccer, by the way. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah, soccer. Sorry, yeah.
I did have
I
to
know.
think about it a second. I realized what you're talking about though. I
Yeah.
like the one where like they had a jump. Like there was the swirl thing. You know what I mean on the.
Oh yeah,
thing.
the Scump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gladiator one as well with Syndicate. That was good.
Yeah, so there were some good ones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Smooth Comp losing it, I think that's a better move. And now we got like the player recap every now and again, which is pretty cool.
Which is good.
Yeah, and like it's
Just content in general is going to improve so much this next year.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because also a good thing about is losing Smooth Comp. We got sponsored by Brisk, not just Brisk Mate.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Which is an awesome thing because getting closer to like Pepsi.
Yeah,
like, in
next
general,
to
it's a
Pepsi
Pepsi.
Boys.
And so that's cool. But My favorite is I couldn't think of one, but like the one I was able to think of is Jordan. You picked a specific one, but the Vision hype this year was like really good. Like waiting for 7 to come out.
Yeah.
Waiting for stuff like like it kind of pissed me off too. But like when the League of Legends stuff was coming out, I'm like, okay, is it gonna come this episode? Obviously, we mentioned Dota when Dota was announced. What a great moment. But like I just, especially with us expanding and then having a documentary series like every week, I thought it was really cool, and the hype around it was cool.
I don't mind waiting for Vision, to be honest. Like, I know you just said, like, you have to wait and stuff, but I don't mind waiting. It's
same.
pretty cool.
I'd
Like,
rather them wait.
I'd rather wait, like, till there's a week where there's big news or there's, like, more story rather than put out, like, a 7-minute Vision, which would be shit.
Yeah, we
Like,
just
I
brought
love it
up,
when there's a long Vision.
yeah, we just brought up Smooth Comp, and people didn't like being force-fed content. There's no reason to force-feed Vision if there's nothing there. But definitely.
So.
But that, Jordan, did you go yet?
Yeah, I already went.
Okay,
so,
yeah, so that was last one. All right, so that sums it up. Looking into 2018.
It's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
It's exciting. What are each of us most looking forward to the most for the 2018 season? I want to hear what you guys want the most out of OpTic.
Well, I have a couple questions.
I have a load.
Well, I have a couple.
Load?
Oh, poor choice of words.
I pretty much have.
I wrote down a list of some questions that kind of ask you that.
All right, cool.
So like the first one I have is, only one team can win their respective world. So like in CS, it'd be one major and whatnot.
All right.
Which team would you want? And I'm going to have to say, because I'm pretty sure everyone would pick the same thing.
Really? Because I know which one I would pick, and I don't know.
I know. Yeah, same.
What
yeah.
I would pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go open in general, and then if you guys pick this, I can shorten it. So Jordan, what's your favorite? Which one would you pick?
If I could pick one to win, it would 1,000,000% be the championship.
You just cut out.
Oh, sorry. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A second.
So, if I could pick one, it would 1,000,000% be the League of Legends World
Exactly.
Championship.
Ben, you're gonna say the same thing, right?
No.
Oh,
No, there was no way Ben was gonna pick that.
No, I was either gonna
Let
say.
me explain.
Oh God, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so I want to explain how we would win it. So we make it into the top. We make it into the top. We have the World Championship. I buy a ticket out there, going to the World Championship with OpTic. We face Faker in the final. Not prison.
Prisoner of War. What is this?
Power of Evil wins lane against Faker, and we win the World Championship while I'm there live. That would be the most amazing, incredible thing. We've already won CUT Champs. Asked me this last year, 1,000,000%. Even if we had a league team, I would have picked CUT Champs. But we've already won it. So,
really,
League of Legends, 100%.
Even if we hadn't won one, you would have picked CUT Champs?
If we hadn't won a CUT Champs, I 100% would have picked CUT Champs. And the reason that I would have picked CUT Champs was just because I've grown up with that being the number one esports. But
so we placed 7th again, or even 2nd this year at CUT Champs. Would you this year coming up? Would you take League Worlds or CUT Champs?
CUT Champs.
Interesting. Ben,
Definitely.
CS.
Yeah, 100% CS.
Yeah,
like
I
want them to win it with Mixwell as well. Like not just CS, with Mixwell. Like he deserves it. And
Nav comes back and we clutch up and win the mid.
Stan comes back and leads us.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
No, yeah. No, but 100% the major. I was gonna say the international because of the prestige of it. Like
the TI.
Like the £20 million thing. It'd be amazing for OpTic, but
That'd be wild.
It would definitely have to be CS.
Yeah.
Just the major.
So
because I'll be there for the June one. And they're not going to be there in January, I don't think.
What I wrote down is I say excluding League of Legends and probably Dota too. Because I thought that those would be the two obvious choices.
I thought the obvious choice was CUD.
I thought the obvious choice was League of Legends. I thought most people would want to win League of Legends, but since you picked League, Jordan, I would too. If League wasn't an option and Dota was an option, because those are the two biggest ones.
I wouldn't have picked Dota anyway.
Okay, then what would your next one be?
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Call of Duty over like CS or something?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I still have such a close connection. Like growing up watching those 4 players and like watching them win COD champs was like the greatest moment ever. And like seeing Scump win his first ring and seeing him win a second, seeing Karma win a 4th ring would be the most incredible thing. So yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, dude, like growing up, like I didn't even like know other esports was a thing. I was like, oh,
Me
Call of
neither,
Duty,
exactly.
dude.
So,
and
yeah,
then people were
definitely
like, what is this League of Legends people are playing? It probably isn't that big. And then like, oh yeah, CS is at the like X Games too. And I'm like, what's Counter Strike? That's stupid now. But
So
I
what would
didn't
you
know
pick?
what Counter Strike was.
I would have picked League of Legends obviously too, just because of the
Right.
prestige.
Mhm.
And then same with like Dota. But if I didn't have to pick those two, I might be in your boat. If COD didn't win, I might pick COD. But since they won one, I go with CS. But just because of the prestige of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Another one. If OpTic has like 8 teams now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If OpTic has to drop one team, right?
What are you gonna say besides PUBG?
Because that would be my
Yeah, because I think everyone's gonna say PUBG.
Just because it's unproven. As much as I do like the guys on PUBG, I just feel like we don't currently have a direction for it. Like there's no confirmed tournaments.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like the future of it's kind of sketchy. Either that or if besides PUBG, I'd say Overwatch.
Overwatch, really interesting.
I would say Dota.
Dota, really? Whoa, those two are blow my mind. Honestly.
No, just because Overwatch is like, it's fairly new still. But like this is like the first thing, and they're already being controlled by the organization. Like I don't really like it.
Oh, you mean with like Houston Outlaws?
I already have LoL.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm not gonna watch that many MOBAs. Gears, CS, Halo, COD. I already have a way better connection with the players and the like just events. And then obviously LoL, I love, and Overwatch. League, I think it's just too exciting to choose to drop. So definitely Dota.
Wow, yeah, that blows my mind because I would think like with the promise of Overwatch like possibly being there, you'd rather keep that over like we mentioned before. Halo was kind of dying. Is it going to be dead?
But I love that team.
Yeah,
they won us our first world championship. I couldn't drop them.
Well, on Ben, yeah. Mine that I would drop probably Gears.
That hurts.
I know it hurts you.
Dominant OpTic team.
I know. Well, I know those like Gears and Halo, but they're also like I don't know. I was gonna say Halo as well, but Gears with some of the trash talk and what happened when we.
That's the best part about it.
I know. I just feel like sometimes it might give OpTic a bad persona. So if something really bad happens, like a fight happens again, and like this OpTic member, and people can look at OpTic in that way. And like we've seen that happen with Drool, where like things didn't happen as like you'd like as professionally, and stuff happens. But
yeah, see what you mean.
So originally, how I worded one was, I'm not sure if this makes sense, but like if you definitely had to like keep one, let's say OpTic had dropped all of them, it was only allowed to keep one esport. I'm not sure if that's a good question.
I would pick League of Legends.
Even though your connection to Call of Duty, or maybe like Ben, your connection to CS, the prestige of League of Legends, and you can only pick one.
I was thinking CS, but to be honest, like strategically in my mind, I was thinking League of Legends, not League of Legends, Dota, because if that means we only get to keep one, we would get to sell the rest, meaning we'd get the best team in Dota, and then that means we could build it back up with the prize money and create an insane organization again. So. I don't know.
I might actually go with, like, even though I was talking about the prestige with League of Legends, I might actually go with COD. You know what I mean? Because League of Legends are already set. We don't have the best team in there. I might go with COD. And, like...
That's fair enough. Because, like...
My connection to it. Like, that was my first, like, online game. First game I played with friends. Like, my connection with that is strong. Now, here's another one. With us picking up teams, 2018 season comes up, right? We already got a bunch.
Ooh.
What other esport would you want to pick up?
Smash.
Ben?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I want to say, in my mind it's Rocket League, but I don't know what other esports there is.
Smash, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I guess Smash because it's pretty high.
My two were Smash.
We need a fighter game.
Yeah, my two were Smash.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
My two were Smash and Rocket League. I follow Smash a little bit more, but the only thing I'm worried about Smash is if we get someone that like I don't like too much. Like if we get like Leffen. Jordan, if you had to pick up a player, who would you pick?
Mango.
Ooh, I
I'd say that as well. I'd say that.
If I could.
Hungry Box already has the green thing.
Yeah. Hungry Box is pretty cool though. But yeah, Mango.
That's part of the reason because like if we picked up someone like Leffen, I'd be split because like my favorite two players, well not my favorite, but like the ones I follow more. I don't really hate anyone, but the ones I follow the most that pull for when they're ever playing are Axe and Hungry Box.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to get someone else and they're playing against one of them, like, do I cheer for OpTic or do I cheer for? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But definitely, like I'd want one of those.
Yeah.
Right. Just a quick. Should we run down our wish list for next year?
Sure. To finish it up, or do you have another question?
You go first. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Do you have any questions?
I wrote one, but it didn't really make sense, especially with Ben already meeting. I was gonna say like. If you could meet like one player or one team, but that kind of goes into
COD team.
I don't know. I'd probably have to say the CS again because I had so much in my head that I want to ask still. Because I just froze up. I was like so, but yeah.
They're like my childhood heroes that have to meet them.
Yeah, COD team. I was thinking the same thing. Even though like League of Legends would be dope, and the CS team would be dope.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, as we're wrapping up. So finally, what about our wish list? Just quick rundown of our wish list for 28.
New Year's resolutions, should we call them?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, Jordan, you want to start?
No, someone else start.
Seth, you start.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that we're doing like a wish list of everything we want, so I didn't write that down. So if you guys want to give me time and like,
all right, I'll do mine. All right. So first one, I'm going team by team, basically. Okay. CS team to qualify for the major in June, so I can watch them again, hopefully, and get top 5 in the world consistently throughout the year. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be an amazing thing for them to get. Pick up another good team. It's like just to put our dominance on the map. Of the best esports org. Mm-hmm. Getting another insane sponsorship. I'd like to see them to get peripheral sponsorship, probably Razer or something.
I mean, we're pretty sure Razer is a sponsorship because it was on it was on Hex's jacket that he was wearing in his car.
Really?
You might just have a like Razer patch.
Maybe, but it was like I'm not saying necessarily, but everyone's getting free laptops, Razer laptops. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I did see that.
I just bought a jersey. I so hope my new jersey has the Razer thing on.
It's not been announced. It has been announced.
Well, yeah, one more godly sponsorship, right? To win champs again, of course, with the COD team. LOL and obviously the COD team to dominate the rest of the year. LOL team to qualify for Worlds, Overwatch League to win like a big tournament. I don't know what Overwatch League.
I don't know enough about that.
Yeah. PUBG to win an event or two in the new year. I'd like to see that. To qualify for the international. Yep. That would be a big tournament. Gears not to lose an event in the year because there's nothing else we can say. Continue the dominance basically. Halo to be dominant and content to be tier 1.
Yeah. Okay, mine are very, very, very similar. So, COD, first off, win champs, definitely would be my number one, while sweeping the rest of the events. That's like my deep down goal, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Halo, win champs again.
Yep.
Continue that dominance. CS, also qualify for the major. I'd like to see a whole new roster, honestly, with NAF and Mixwell. That's my dream. But I want them to qualify for the major and be top 5 in the world. I love NAF so much. But Gears, continue that dominance. I'd love to there's not much to say. Dota, also qualify for the international. Create better connections between the players and the fans. I feel like there's kind of a disconnect there. I'd say they're one of the most disconnected pro teams along with PUBG.
That's fair enough.
Overwatch
PUBG are always in the Discord though. Like they're constantly speaking to fans. So
just
saying.
What team are you talking about there, Jordan?
PUBG.
PUBG. Anyway, Overwatch League, I want them to be top 2. That's my goal. Top 2 in the league, which is really, really steep, but who knows? That's my dream. League of Legends, qualify for Worlds and make it out of groups. That's pushing it, but I want to see them make it out of groups. Then content, I'd love to see just better connections between the fans and the content creators. I'd love to see more consistent stuff on both the OpTic channel, and then also I'd love to see like more content for League of Legends and stuff like that, like unique content like they've been doing for the Overwatch League, and I just want to see more growth, you know. And then for our channel, I hope that we're able to grow even more, become more consistent with our uploads. That's kind of what a goal I think we should set, and then hopefully just grow this and like have more fan interaction, more like people on to interview or like have on, and I think that's just kind of what we're pushing for.
Meet Hex as well.
Yeah, I've already met him, so I've had a lot of fun. I've met him, so I'm cool like that. I have a picture of him.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Cool like that.
Well, for mine,
I've also met Pamaj, just saying.
I've met Seth. Not Scump, but you know, another.
Yes.
For me, kind of do this off the fly. But COD, I want them to. I'm going to make them relative realistic goals, right? So like league winning worlds, not possible. That's photoshopped. I can tell by the pixels.
No, it isn't.
I'm kidding.
Anyway, continue.
But the COD team, I want them to be able to sweep the rest of them. I want 1 or 2 events for them to complete the dream, not lose a map. I feel
that's a good one actually.
Like for their dominance, like this is boots on the ground again. And I know the game kind of feels. I don't know. I haven't played too much of the game, but it feels kind of wonky. That doesn't feel like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare games. But hopefully, back on boots on the ground, they can show their dominance again. The kind of a reset from like a couple years of jetpacks, but I want them to be able to dominate the rest of the event, do a complexity from like end of Black Ops 2 into the first half of. Okay, you know, one of these days I'm gonna meet like someone, and I'm gonna rub in all your faces.
It's alright, dude.
I can show you a selfie of me and Sam.
Me, myself, and I.
Halo. I want the scene something to happen where they get bigger. I want like maybe the
improvement of the scene. Yeah.
The developers to be like, no, you know what? We're gonna go back to like the Halo 2 anniversary or something.
Ooh.
And then like something that people like to watch and make it like more accessible and people to play. Maybe have them put it on more platforms, you know what I mean? To get more people playing it, because like everyone played Halo when they're younger, and it's just a shame that it's dominating. You know, COD kind of blew up afterwards, and that's been fine. Gears, I think they should be able to do the same thing as COD, probably more dominantly. The Dream, not losing a match, maybe even getting a couple like losing less than like 10 rounds in an event. CS, I want a couple roster changes. I want a team that I can connect with a little bit better. Like I remember. Well, no, dude. As of recently, they haven't been doing as well, and I hope the new team, like connects better, and we get far in the major. I don't think that in a major, or in maybe not major, maybe if there's like another E-League that's not major that we won. I'm counting the E-League win as a major. That was the biggest prize pool, had all the best teams. I count that as the same. But
pretty much, but not quite.
It just doesn't have the name. But I want them to see a lot of success, and you know, it's because we built up the CS team that we had, and we had success for such a short amount of time, and like mainly for Mixwell. I want it for Mixwell, for him to be able to prove how he is.
Oh yeah, and real quick, I want Envy to keep crumbling.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. They can bleed blue some more, like EG.
Ooh.
Bleed out.
For Dota, I want them to kind of same realistically make it a TI. You know what I mean? Have a good performance. Show up. Probably not win if we're being realistic, but I want them to have a lot of hype around them. Overwatch League, I want them to win a couple series against some of the Koreans. I want them to place, realistically, I think they place top 4 at the end of the league. I want them to beat some of the Koreans, have some really good matches, and they're already kind of like fan favorites. I want them to be like the like that team that isn't the best team, but that everyone is pulling for. Kind of like Mango and Smash, how everyone likes Mango, but he's not always the one like winning. PUBG. I don't know what to say about PUBG.
Win an event.
Disappear.
Because even if they win, like they don't even have to win a game. They could like play second a couple of times. But I want them to be more focused on content. I want like them to be like the best streamers, right? Like I want them to be on level of Doc and like Shroud when they're streaming, and just like people liking them, and focus more on the content aspect of it, which is where I think PUBG should be. League of Legends, as I said, realistic goals. Complete the dream, not losing a single map all the way and winning worlds. I think that's pretty realistic. That that or picking up like Samsung Galaxy. Or SKT.
Ambition, fake, yeah.
Having two OpTic teams and that's not allowed. Picking up Samsung and SKT.
Jordan, you just disappeared.
I think.
You back out.
But realistically, I want them to develop the roster. I'm not sure how it was picking through them. Like getting with some teams already in the league and sometimes not. I'm not sure if there's going to be a team that we stick with. But whatever team we decide to stick with any changes that are made, I want after like I don't know, the next split or whatever, I want to see improvement and contend by the end of the year, be able to contend for best in NA. I think that's a realistic goal. Where if we improve, we can at least be contenders for top. Okay, dude, in those moments you kind of just ignore it and you pretend to make it so the audience thinks, oh, maybe I didn't hear that. I don't point it out for you, but
what a way to end the year.
But
since 2018, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye.
But yeah, realistically, just see improvement, contend. Maybe not clear the best, but by next year, contend for the top of the NA.
Agreed.
Contend.
All right, I think this is where we should wrap up the show. We're all going. It is now starting to get dark outside, so
it's already dark outside for me. It's been dark since we recorded the last podcast.
Let's be real. It's been a great year at OpTic. Probably the best year that OpTic has ever had. I think we can just thank everyone on OpTic, all the fans, everyone around the world who supports and cheers on OpTic and watches them.
Thank you, Papa.
I'm excited to see what time OpTic plays next year.
When does OpTic play?
I don't know. When does OpTic play?
All right. See you.
Yeah. Till next time, guys.
Goodbye.
I'll see you.
Same. Damn.
Time.
That was done.